Beautiful beings of the universe, welcome to another episode of Now. And I'm going to start this video with the fire element as always because I'm fire. And light up this beautiful violet incense because violet depicts spirituality, truth, not the lights from the gang stalkers because they just want to control your mind. And as you're already aware, my channel is all about truth. And I'm very much aware of how this is happening throughout the world. And it's a spiritual war where the dark entities want to steal your soul, your high vibration. So, no matter how intelligent you are, how beautiful you are, how divine you are, they want to subliminally, through your subconscious, want to send out messages just the opposite way, trying to make you look like you are a fool, trying to make you look like you are ugly, trying to make you look like you're disgusting, you're useless, and not needed in the world at all. And all of these monitoring spirits, they want to make you look like they've got control over your life. And you might find they would exactly throw the same things on the way. So, for example, in my case, since I like coconut and I love this chocolate bounty, so I buy a lot of it because I love bounty because it has a lot of coconut inside it. And I also like raw coconut because I've just always loved raw coconut since I was a child. And it's funny, I'm laughing because they know and they watch you. So they know that you like coconut. And that's why when I went to the riverside today, I saw there's a big coconut thrown in front of me. And then they would intentionally send out these strangers. They would intentionally plan out your meeting with somebody you have never met to something that you have never done, like for example making boats. I've never made a boat, but today this I was just walking by the wharf and then there's this old man who comes in and says, are you looking for something? So I said, no, I just came for a walk by the river. And then he asked me, oh, and then I saw him that he was doing something with the boats, and then naturally that got me interested, like, can I learn how to make a boat? And then that conversation went on, and gradually I found it was just going on for no reason. So I'm just trying to say, like, how these gang stalkers plan out all of these unnecessary strangers and everything unnecessary in your life just to make them look like, well, I know what's going on in your life and I have all of control over you. Because they do not have any creative flow, there's no love in their life. And they cannot stand you because you are love and light. They cannot stand you because you think straight, whereas they think in terms of confusion, in terms of darkness, they think in terms of misery. So let me just purify some aura with this incense and Lord Ganesha. Intentionally, they would go on sending you all of the misleading information. Like intentionally, they would go on showing everywhere retirement to make you look like you're old. Because they do not want you to realize that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And you, the chosen, you are way, way younger energetically and even in your looks because that's how your timeline is tied to by the divine. And these demons, they get so jealous of your beauty, of your youth, because you don't look old, because you don't look pathetic and shit like them. They want to make you look like, oh, you're just shit. And even it might sound funny, okay? But this is what they do. Intentionally, they will start sending out all of the disgusting cards with messages like of cartoons on that because they know that you like cartoon and they would intentionally try to show me like I'm a capybara. So wherever I go, they know that which place I will go because they are using predictive AI technology on you. So they already know tomorrow, next month, next year where you're going to be. And all of that is by predictive AI technology. And they think that they have got this control over you. Because what is AI doing? All of that is the technology. If it's in the wrong hands of people who have the intention to destroy the people of light, that would be called as witchcraft. Though you know the logic that has been placed, they read your brain frequency, they know through the neurons. It's heavy targeting on the targeted individuals, on the chosen ones. And they want to make it look like, oh, it's all woo woo and it's all bizarre and it's all spirit. Of course, all of this manifests from the spirit because they have got dark, demonic spirit. And it's from their evil thought that they do all of these evil acts. Because they see you as a threat. They know damn well that you, without having to run around and get frantic like them, you stay centered, you stay calm, you know what is important, and you just do that. And they hate you for your peace. They hate you for your joy. They hate you for your happiness because them, despite wreaking havoc on others' life, despite stealing, attacking them, they are still so miserable with all their dark money, which just brings them sadness and misery. And this is the real truth about it. And chances are, if you're a chosen, you might have been also the black sheep in the society. So even in your family and friends and in your social school or college setup, people would know who you are by your light, and then they would intentionally try and ignore you just so that you do not prosper. Whereas somebody who's far dumber than you, that person is going to be given all of the resources, all of the attention, and all of this act is intentional so that you, the chosen, stay low. It's not that you are a fool and that's why you did not shine. No, that was intentional. That was all of the community coming together against you because they felt jealous of you. And this is the absolute truth of the matter. There's no other way. The reason they keep on constantly attacking you every single day is because they know the only way to break your spirit is by attacking you every single day, by breaking you down so that nobody gets to listen to you, nobody gets to know your side of the story, which they damn know pretty well that you're the most awesome, you're the king, you're the queen, I'm the king, and that's why I claim it every fucking day. And it's not about gender, it's not about king or a queen, because the soul level, it's soul is it. Soul is it. It's not male or female. You break it down as two aspects of it so that the masculine aspect is the mind and the feminine aspect is the heart. So they want you to confuse you and so that you actually question, am I really not worthy? Am I actually a fool? Am I actually ugly? No. You are awesome with or without having to put up a show of how you think you should look like just to get society's validation and approval. In fact, the chances are you have been denied and you have been mocked because people exactly know who you are. All of these targeted acts. When you're on the traffic, people would intentionally try and honk just so that you get confused. Oh, did I do something wrong? You might be doing absolutely fine. In fact, they're on your way. They know that you're about to turn, and still they want to completely rush just so that you get insane and you start acting crazy. And that happens to me every single day by these dumb drivers who are all these gangstalkers who have been told just to go and disrupt this person so that they become mentally sick. This is criminal, and they all are going to pay for every single evil act that they do. All these demonic people around you who think that they can steal your light. Nah. The divine powers work with you. They think that even if nobody stands with you, your own family, your own fake ass friends who give your information away to them. In fact, in this day and age, they need not contact nobody to get the information. Everything is out there online. They know you through your search history. They know you through even if you wipe out all of your historical data, or even if you try and act very much smart that, okay, I'm going to delete my social media presence, that's not going to help you. Because in this age of surveillance, everybody is tracked 24/7, no matter what you do. So don't go about hiding. That's not going to save you. Rather face it every single day. They want you to just dance like a puppet to their beat. They want you to be confused. They want you to be broken. And sometimes, like I go to a place for coffee, to a gas station, and there intentionally they will start putting up things. And they know that I will look for it because they intentionally put out, because they have been studying me through predictive AI. And also, they gangstalk me 24/7. That's not just me, that's everyone. But I tell my story so that you know that you're not alone. And here we we have a community where we just expose. Because whatever is hidden in the lies would be exposed in the light. Like the Christ said, the beautiful Jesus Christ said, whatever is hidden would come to the surface. So these demons think that I don't know who is behind it all. But you know all of the thing. You exactly know who they are. And on your face, they would pretend like, oh, I'm an innocent lamb. They would make their face like a chicken, like nothing happened. I'm so innocent. And they will they will call you like you're a capybara. Like you're a mouse, or you're a capybara, or you're a some strange sort of animal. They would intentionally send out greeting cards like that, that catches your eye, that says, "You are last of your kinds, capybara," or something disgusting, which is not funny at all. And then they will say, the next card right next to that card would say, "I was just joking. You're good." All of these confusing tactics, they want to make it look like it's all coincidence, but it's not coincidence. It's all tracked plan. They already know before you know where you're going to go tomorrow. And then take a deeper look at it. All of this is being used by technology. Google. And Google signed up this pact long back. I watched a video yesterday. How is this happening throughout the world? How is everybody's mind, their actions, who's going to do what tomorrow, next year, 10 years down the line? It's already read by these machines through these programming. And all of this is because of the connection of the great tech companies with the evil forces, these Freemasons, these 33rd degree Freemasons. And initially, it all starts with an easy predictive thing. Did you like this video? Did we give you a good recommendation? Yes, no? And you might think, yeah, I can send this data. What's wrong? I liked it video. I will like it. I will subscribe to this channel. And like this, internet has been studying you for years. Probably if you were born after 2010 and you're a young person, your whole life is online. People born in the 2000s, your whole life is already predetermined. But anyway, so that just got me thinking, because I cannot say that these gangstalkers are doing it now, because the more I studied it and more I dig deep, I found that this has been going on for centuries altogether. This was the plan by the country governments and by the people on the topmost hierarchy, so that they can bring about control. So if you're a free person, they don't like it. They don't like the way why you're not dressing black and black like them, because it's a hidden code that they want you to follow. If you're a creative person and you want to make your house round, whereas everybody's house is rectangle, the government, the strata, the corporation would not approve of that. Like, this does not fit in. You do not fit in. If you do not fit in, they don't want you. They do not want any sort of a new sort of idea. So you see, all of the houses looks the same. It's as if a hidden message is there, like, don't be too much yourself. You must act like everybody else, like a marching parade, like a person on the march, left, right, left, right, left, right. You should not have your own way of thinking. If you're living somebody who's more natural, who just wants to be yourself, why do you have to do extra unnecessary things? Then they're going to call you, you are too raw, you are too much like a tribal person, which is a direct attack on your originality. So while I would go to gym in the night, they would intentionally send out messages on the bus billboard that would say, that would be a tribal man in deer skin with long hair, just trying to make you look like, okay, that tribe is you, because you are not sophisticated, so to speak. And all of their illusion of sophistication, that self imposed supremacy, just to make you look like you are tribal and we are supreme. That bullshit drama. Their lies to control you, to manipulate your mind. And then at the gym, they want to play the same music, only targeting you, because they want to make you look like, look, we've got control over you. We are reading your mind, we are reading your thoughts. Yeah, so what's special about that? That you've been doing for years, haven't you? And that's not you, that's technology. And then they will say, yeah, but who developed the technology? It's we, the evil demons. The intention of the technology starts with the good way. Like when Nikola Tesla was doing all of these great advancement and search, he was very much aware of how his power could be reused and misused by the demonic people in the top level, where they would use that energy to make bombs and destroy the world. And that was not Nikola Tesla's intention. And pretty much the same thing with predictive AI. The real intention started with the enemy forces of another country, before they want to attack us. We should be ready and we should be prepared in our warfare to safeguard and defend your own borders. And then that just got evil. And then people wanted to use it against the citizens, against the resident of the country. And it's not about our country, it's about the world. These gang stalking stories I've heard throughout the world. Throughout the world. And they would use all sorts of ways to break you down so that you mentally and physically break down. They are doing this on you so that they want to make it look like, okay, you're the target, and we are doing all of this so that you lose interest in whatever it is that you are trying to do. And at a deeper spiritual level, you might say all of these problems are coming to you so that you take a look at the deeper level, like, why does this affect me? If somebody is reading your mind, why does that affect you? Because you are not your thoughts. So even if you felt humiliated because they thought that you are inferior to them, or because you thought that they think that I'm inferior to them, whatever be the case, that makes you question, why should you be bothered? That makes you question your two dualities of fear and desire. Because you see that when the society tests you, when these gang stalkers humiliate you, it's in those moments that your desire comes out. Like you want to show, okay, you did this to me. Now let me show and let me use my potentiality to create and do whatever I can do. That is the birth of your desire. So these gang stalkers and these sort of stories which looks evil, sometimes you might see that there's the pattern behind that. They are doing this to put a check on you so that they want to show you that you're being surveillanced and watched, and we have control over your every single move. Because guess what? We know tomorrow where you will go. We know next month on this and this date at this time where you will be. And what is the agenda? Like, even if you know, so what? So that they could have a good laugh at you. Like, you fool, you idiot, what are you doing? Ha 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 ha. This is funny for them. This is funny for the evil people when they feel that they have more power over you, they can control you, and they can just make you look stupid. So you're still miserable. That laughter is very short lived. It's very much like a man at workspace being bullied. Like, other people can come together and say, haha, you don't know this? This is so funny. They might play a trick on him. But after that laughter is over, these people go back to their own miserable lives, suffering and sulking. Because somebody who has to be really coming from a very dark space in order to attack someone else, in order to gagstalk somebody else, in order to make you look like you're stupid. So, whichever turn I would take on the street, there would be these gang stalkers following you, or stay at that point on that turn already before you, trying to make you look like, see, I'm already here. And then your answer is, so what? Let them play their dumb games because none of that truly matters. And if this is all that truly is to life, well, then just keep going. Do you think you have control? Do you think you have control over these gang stalkers? Do you think you have control over evil? Great gods came and fought the war, trying to equalize this war with evil. But then, after that war was over, again the next you came, again the next times came. And again there was equal and opposite amount of evil and equal and opposite amount of goodness. So this is a never ending game. I've seen stories of people who have been gang stalked all their lives. They were born into gang stalking and they died. Some have been murdered, some have been shot, some have been kidnapped and abducted, and some other just committed suicide out of sheer misery. And some died naturally out of their old age because they accepted this thing that, okay, this is how it is, and they have no control. So they just gave up fighting, they just gave up the fight. And truly, like, I don't know what you could do about this because all you can do is talk about it and have your experience shared so that others hear you and they do not feel left out. And there's no profit making in this. There's just about transparency. Because all of these gang stalkers, they do all of these sort of things in darkness. So they already know which cafe you would go to. They already know which sweet you're going to like that day. Because they've been watching you. So they already know that I watched the video of how to make cherry donuts last night. And naturally, when I went to this cafe, I see there are those cherry jam donuts. So, of course, since last night I saw that video, and I wanted to eat that donuts. Cherry jam donuts. So I bought that. And after I ate that, I was feeling, why is this tasting like that? But anyhow, I ate it. And it was not fresh and soft. Like, how it was looking was so lucrative, it was looking so soft and tasty, but when I ate it, that was not what I was expecting. and it was giving me a lot of gas in my stomach, and I was not liking it. It was burning sensation in my throat. So they do all of these demonic things with your food, these demons. And there was this other demonic gangster who was following me, and he knows damn well that I would go up to that cafe which is right next to the post office and sitting with other gang stalkers, all of that street show, and all these gang stalkers be eating a sort of confectionery, a cake or pastry, just so that you are also drawn in to see. Let me go ahead and buy that. Let me eat that, and then just feel so unwell. And they would send out all their demonic birds following you all the time. Like there are these bunch of birds that gang stalk me and that follow me. And I'm not the only one. I've seen a lot of people on the internet, they talk about their experience being gang stalked by animals, birds, people, strangers. It's thousands of them. Thousands of them. And there's a whole lot of budget that has been put into this by the government so that people get gang stalked to make it look like you don't fit in. And because you don't fit in, we are going to go make you go through all of these misery. So this is the state of the world. What to do? Do you feel lonely? Because no matter how much amount of conversation you have with your friends, nobody has a solution to the problem, because they are all themselves being gang stalked and everybody's life is in mess. So naturally, everybody's alone. And this is the truth. Why do you think all of the sages and the great soothsayers and the truth speakers, the masters, the gods of the world, Christ, Buddha, they all said this: you're all alone. No matter you're in a group, you're with family, you're with so called lover, nobody can ever feel the pain that you are going through. Nobody can ever solve your problem. And all you can do is try and fail and suffer that path of learning. And none of this is going to be easy. None of this is easy. So don't just fall for the easy stuffs, because you can go on doing easy for long, but it won't take you anywhere. Like these gangstalkers, they think that they are going to feel happy at your misery, but that's also a bought over thing, because they've been paid for that. They've been paid to make somebody else's life miserable. And how could they be happy with that? You must have really low levels of consciousness. You must be really, really coming from a dark space of ignorance in your own life to be able to pick up a job like that. It's just plain and simple. And because they're jealous of your music, of your art, of your voice, of how you sound, of how beautiful and divine you are, they're going to send out the exact opposite messages. So when these birds will constantly come in and just mock at you, like like that song Mockingbird of the famous song Mockingbird, right? So very much like that, to make you look like, oh, you should sound different. And all of that is to take away who you are, your originality. And even if you were accepted by trying to sound like them, which a lot of people are, but they have lost their originality and that's still unaccepted, because you are never ever going to be accepted as who you are. People can put up a show and pretend like we are not together. See, we are all friends. Don't believe their bullshit and lies. Society is always going to pretend to make you look like you are the outcast. Whereas where you are, you're exactly home with yourself, who you truly are. They try all of their ways through disgusting t shirt captions, greeting card messages, messages on the billboards, or written messages thrown on the road just for you so that they know that you will turn around and see. So yesterday I was taking the coffee at that gas station, and right next to it there's a small, tiny Qantas aeroplane thing thrown there to make you look like now you're going to travel. Because they already know that every year you do travel and you go to whichever place you want to go, and they want to make you look like, look, I already know your next move that you're going to travel. And then next to that was another short message written on a thrown cardboard piece, not a cardboard, like a paper sort of a piece like this, and it was written, "Help is help is coming," something like that. Help is coming, to make it look like, just to make me look like, make it appear like I'm having conversation with the universe and God is doing all of this. Well, for a while I can take to it because I've studied about this scientist work who did a lot of his study and research about echo, which I made another video already about Earth Coincidence Control Office. So these gang stalkers, probably they're all part of that echo. That's how they are studying you 24/7, even if it's technology, and even if it's their predictive AI data model that sends that information to them. At least there's somebody who is using this data, right? So that's definitely a human. A person paying all of these hundreds and thousands of people to track you. So, where do we go with that? But here's the thing, probably they also find you very amusing because naturally there's no one like me. And they think that you're an alien. That's why they do all of these weird things. But probably they themselves are an alien. And probably they themselves are reptilians. Who knows? The fallen angels who don't believe in God. And when they see you worship, they think that has no meaning. So let me just go ahead and just play with you. Play with your mind. That's all that is going on. They would come in front of you and stare at you as if you have stolen their bag or something. The other day it happened to me. I was in the bus and all of these people, these gang stalkers, they're taking their phone out and then talking about me. It's she's the one, as if I had murdered someone and they're trying to talk about me. And then I went and studied about it, and I heard a lot of stories from targeted individuals wherein people do these games. These gang stalkers, they come together in a group of 10, 15 people, and then they will say, yeah, yeah, he's the one who did that, or she's the one who did that, just trying to break your soul so that you feel ashamed that what did I do, so that you start to question, did I something do really wrong? And all these ugly mockingbirds who they would send out just to make you look like, see, this is how you sound, like this ugly ass bird flying outside, and she keeps on flying around this roof all the time, and not just here. The moment I step out, these birds follow you no matter where you go, and along with that 50, 100 plus people every time, every single day. So all of their disgusting games, first of all, they would hate you at the work because you are so awesome. You're so real amongst this world which is so full of liars and empty, ghost, soulless people. And these devil evil people have got a lot of power. And naturally, that demonic entity would be your boss. So they would fire you intentionally, all of that. And then you have already overpaid a lot of taxes, which naturally you get You deserve those services. So when you get the job seeker payment, they would make you look like, oh, I'm enjoying. Like there was a card online today that said enjoying, and the t-shirt caption, that's what they say, enjoying job seeker life, to make you look like, look, you're so loser, you're such a loser. One great leader said this: when the system and the society is designed to break you down, no matter how great you are, it's not the when the world is not ready for your greatness, you can't do a thing about it. It's like you are there as light to shine on others' darkness so that other can truly benefit from your light. But if the person has chosen to kill themselves, to take a cyanide and die, you cannot help them, because society has taken the oath that we are the puppets of the demon and we are the mark of the beast, and we have taken to this thing that we surrender our lives in darkness. There's no way they're going to value you for your darkness, for your light. All these energy vampires are rather there to take from you. They just want your light, they just want to harvest on your energy. So don't go begging in front of these beggars that please help me. They're themselves beggars. They are so much in need of your light. But on the other hand, they're going to make you look like, I am the king and I'm the one that gives you job. Because who do you think you are? You're just a puppet at our hands. And here's the thing, you might be doubting your reality and you might be thinking, yeah, probably they are right, because what am I without working under a company? But well, here's the truth. The more dark they show how demonic they are, the more the light in you tends to shine, like this, like so. None of the great leaders, none of the great kings, none of the great prophets, philosophers had job. Their existence itself was enough to keep them. Their existence is the mission. They do not have any external goal. Your existence is an essence itself. You are an alien. You are a very high vibrational being. You're a Palladian, because you do not think like these fallen angels. You do not think like these demons. These energy vampires and demons, they do not think for themselves. All they know is how to feed on to the light of others. And that's why you feel that, why is my energy feeling like so lost? Because these demons, they drain your energy. And on the other hand, when you expose them, they're going to make you look like, oh, is it? Are they going to make up an innocent sort of a face like, I'm so innocent, like snow, like ice? No. They know what they're doing. They just want to keep you confused and keep you questioning, am I doing anything wrong? Should I change myself? And on the other hand, they're going to send you all of these confusing messages so that you start to question your own decisions. Like in the book 1984, George Orwell talks about it, how the demonic entities and the darkness in the times of peak ignorance like this, they're going to say acceptance is freedom. So as long as you keep on doing what everyone else is doing and do not dare to be yourself, do not dare to be different, because if you are yourself, if you're awesome, if you're the best, and you expose how others are acting so low, then they would call you, you're too much yourself, just like a tribal, just like a caveman, just like a chimp. So they're going to dehumanize your existence because you're the king. They're going to call you, oh, you're such an animal. Ha 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 ha. Laugh at you. or do all sorts of these ugly things in group, so that, because that's how the world is. They all need to come together in groups and honk at you and talk lies about you, so that they want to say, see, you're alone and we are all talking the same lies about you. So naturally, it's the majority that wins. This is democracy. This is not democracy. This is violence. This is criminal. And just because you tell the truth standing alone, they would say, I'm not going to believe you. You are so irrational. There's no truth in your story. Even your own family, they never ever want you to come out in your true power. They always want to talk dumb, stupid things. Whenever you try and talk truth to your family, they just act like, okay, I've got to go now. Why? What happened now? Because they do not have the soul to face the truth. You are the golden child in your family, but they all sacrificed you just because they thought, okay, you're so strong and independent, right? So let me take back all of my validation to you. And mind you, family and society are no different things, because the society does the same thing. They see who you are and they hate you for that. They hate you because you have the spine to be you. They hate you because you have the courage to tell the truth. They hate you because how dare you see the ugliness of the world when we all were singing and dancing and clapping to the lies that it's all rosy, it's all merry, it's all beautiful. I've got this great family, friends, job, money, finances. Look at me, my life is great, while they be stinking in mess. And there you are, so woke, and you see things for what it is, and you just don't dance to their ugly tune. And so they hate you for that. Whatever be the case, be yourself. If you have to dance, dance to the song that you like. If you have to sing, sing the song that makes your soul get alive. And even if for once you think that you want to socialize, make it at your terms, not them. And I know this path is very dangerous, because this would call you, see to this. First of all, you're not going to have all of that courage to stand up all on your own and go all the way and create something meaningful and valuable, unless and until you're not going to face the setbacks from the world. So, in a way, life prepares you for greatness, and that is not going to be beautiful. That's going to be absolutely painful, disgusting, miserable, and a whole lot of pain and suffering. But that is the price you pay for greatness. Because each time you fail, is you know what doesn't work, and then you redirect yourself in a direction that you want to create. Every time you face these gang stalker stories and attacks every single day, it just refines you further, and you move towards where you should be headed at. Where if you were straight with yourself, you did not wait on these lessons from gang stalkers who just come and validate your existence to zero. And that's why wherever I would go, these buses with the number plate 000 would come out to make you look like you're a zero, you're a nothing. Or there would be a series of cars that have got triple zeros written on them. Series of cars, not just one or two, one after the another. Or there would be a parked car in the parking lot near the river that has got written YU. That was the number plate of the car the other day. YU, four zeros. U, four zeros. That means you are a zero. Or whatever whatever, they would try to confuse you. Sometimes they would send out messages like, on big transport systems, it would be written, awesome, life is happy. Today is my happy day. Just to confuse you that, okay, yeah, you can be happy, you fool, today. You little fool, go and enjoy today. And then the other day, it would be something written as, I'm a garbage picker. Big letters written on that. Or other carnival place that would say, you. That means you're ugly. Or sometimes it would be some nice paintings of flowers, lots of beautiful flowers. And it would say, I make beautiful gardens. Sometimes you would get good messages from them, or sometimes it would be things that makes you feel that you do not exist and you are not important at all. You are just stupid. So there you get your zeros. As if life is marking you and you're just marked zero for all the time. And sometimes they would make you look like, no, you're important. Like they would play songs like this at gym. She's so cool. Just to confuse you that, see, we also see that you're good. And then the other time they would play something stupid like, she's a psycho. All of these confusion sort of things that they want to show you that they have control over you. And you must feel happy when they tell you that you are good, as if you're a 2-year-old child. And you must feel miserable when they tell you that, you're so disgusting, you're so ugly, you're so tribal. So know this, even Michael Jackson was hated by a ton of people in the world. Imagine Michael Jackson. Because a lot of people were not ready to appreciate the beauty of his vibe, of his frequency, because they were themselves so much low vibrationally. So whenever these people try to show you these people system, gangstalkers, aliens, fallen angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, whatever. Not the good alien. When I'm talking about myself as alien, like you see this alien thing on my top, on my head, this is a good, happy alien. This is the Hapu alien. Hapu is my spirit, the happy energy that I entail, that I'm born with. And society wants to take away your spirit. I'm talking, when I call them aliens, I'm talking about reptilian aliens who want to feed off your energy. So there's a difference in a happy alien, which is made of light, and the other demonic alien, which is made of darkness. And you must be happy, whether they make fun of you or they call you whatever, you must be happy every single day. Because your happiness irritates their demons. And that's what we want. They want to feed off your emotional energy. So every time they make you cry, they make you feel in pain, their confused way of controlling you, because they know that you are an emotional fool, but they do not know that there's a lot of power in emotions, and all they know is to use their demonic mind, and they do not know what it means to have a beautiful heart which is feminine. All they know is to use their demonic ass ugly mind, these dark masculine mentality. This is the masculine mind. This is the hive mind. Demons. That's why they make fun of you. Oh, you! Ha 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 ha! I just want, or they would just, you are sitting in front of a river enjoying your coffee, enjoying your French fries. Like I just thought today, why not? It's a beautiful day. And my spirit, my Hapu spirit was so happy. So it just told me, buy me some French fries and we will sit by the river and enjoy French fries and ketchup. So that's what I did. I was just enjoying my French fries and ketchup. And there comes from the behind these gang stalkers and they start making their dogs bark so loud at me. But then you just let them because you know that you do not have power and control to tell that, can you please just let me enjoy my fries and this beautiful river view? Can you just let me enjoy the sun? You don't have that power, so you let them. And after a while, the big, huge dog stopped barking. Such a big, large dog, which they train to use against other people. How demonic. Why do people have to do all that? Because they are not happy in themselves. A happy person always wants to make others happy, not the other way. But that's how it is. And you should be just okay with whatever comes. And it's okay to not be okay. Like that Jessie J song. It's okay to be not okay. It's all right if you think that you want to express yourself. Of course you should. You will. You would find some way because there's no way that you're going to live a suppressed life like them. These people always keep quiet, thinking that you would not figure out what they're doing. But their demonic suppression comes out in the form of aggression, in the form of gang stalking, in the form of violence, in the form of criminal acts. And these are the people who are criminals. They might look very calm and sober and sophisticated on your face. They might be very rich. They might have a lot of influence in the world. But deep down inside them is a very unhappy little child which was just never loved, is a broken soul that all that it wanted was love, which was never given. So they turned to violence. And they were forced to witness the evil of the world. And they had no other choice but to give in to the darkness. This is the truth. This is the truth of every narcissist. This is the truth of every gang stalker. This is the truth of every criminal person. See, nobody's born that way. A child is always born out of love. A child always wants true love and security, but they don't get it from their family, from the setup, from the society. And that in turn teaches them like look, you better be evil. If you want your things done out in this world, if you want your things, your desires met, you've got to be evil. You must shake hands with me. And the monster comes in and they gets it. And they get their soul. But all of this is just like hungry ghost because when they die, their soul is stuck in realms which is forever thirsty and hungry. And they cannot move out of it. If they think that just by the physical death of their body, they're going to get done with the karma, that's not it. Because your body dies, you do not die. And all of the activities that you have done, that continues. Now you pass your suffering down to your child. And that child in turn passes that suffering on to their grandchildren. And that's how your ancestors are living in you. And all of your suffering is the suffering of the hungry ghost of your ancestors. Because you did not just come as a separate, independent name and form. You got your body, you got your name, you got your existence through your parents. And what are your parents? Your parents are the extension of their ancestors. So you are your ancestor. Do you see? And all of this game, this mesh of life, of evil and goodness, of your karma, your sufferings, your pain, everybody has got to go through it. So if you think that the people who are trying to victimize you They are not going to suffer just because they are laughing at you, at your fall. That's not true. Because they are doing their karma. And like Buddha said, you should not be worried about the enemy's karma. You should be worried about yours, because probably you are facing that karma because that's what was meant for you to face in this lifetime. I'm also talking about myself. And probably at that point you become quiet because you see that whatever issues you face is your karma, and whatever issues that those people are doing to make you meet your karma, they would have to reap their actions, so to speak, and they would suffer their thing. But for now, if you are in this state and you're suffering this, that's for your higher purpose, so that you cleanse your soul, so that you better learn to act right. And rather than saying that this is done wrong to me, you see what is in it that I can learn. Probably the lesson in this for you is that you should learn to be patient. Probably the lesson in you for this is that you are going to make up a YouTube channel and you talk about your experience, so that you are becoming a light for others, so that others also feel heard. So you might feel, but this is very unfair because I'm feeling vulnerable and it's as if I'm burning fire for others to come and feel warm in my fire. So there is this another lesson wherein we can say there's no you and I. You do this because others also need comfort. Very much like Christ, who put himself on the cross, and then we all say that Christ took over all of the sufferings and the sins of the world. So he did this for the rest of the people of the world, so that we could live in peace. And probably same is the case with you. So as you go through these tough times and you share out your story, so there's somebody else out there who reads it, who listens to it and feels, oh, this is not just happening to me, this is happening to millions and billions of people throughout the world. It's a duality war, it's a yin yang war. It's a direct spiritual warfare between light and dark. That's what all of this is. So your job is to just bring about the light. There's no job. I just talk about it. It's not a job for me. I'm not paid for this. And probably the things you're paid for might be very meaningless, but you still have to do that because on the physical realm you've got bills to pay. And maybe something that is the most important and vital and poignant, you might not be paid for that. But that's still okay because that was the message, that was the real thing for your soul, because that is the real thing that you need to act on, and that action happens through you as and when you are called to. And it's not about what is in it for me, what am I getting. It's more about giving. Like, you have to be a giver. Now you can be a giver in any form. You can either talk about the truth of your life, of your experience, of your stories, of your gang stalking experience, or your whatever thing of injustice, of lies, of the manipulation of the world, of how dark the society is. It's just about exposing the truth. That is philosophy. And that's why philosophers were so much hated. And they're going to tell you, how can you call yourself philosopher and a scientist? You do not have a degree on philosophy. Because they want to bring you down to a four-wall institution that is going to give you a certificate for telling their experience through second-hand mouths. But the truest philosopher sits inside of you, in your soul. That is the witness of all of your experience. And if you can articulate that, which you will, if time calls you to, which you absolutely will, by the way, that is the truth. That is the first source. You need nobody's letter. In fact, I hate the YouTube speakers who say, Listen to me. Why? Because I have this and this degree. So what about your own real study? You didn't do any of the real work then. You have just been chewing and munching on the secondhand information. There's no originality about you. I subscribed to some of the channels, and the more fake I saw their presence being, I unsubscribed from all of them. And let's be real, this is the Aquarian age wherein you are looking for a true sense of connection. Why should you always be the one that is going on making a comment on somebody else's page and say, yeah, I agree to it. Yes, I like this and that, when they would not be given any sort of response back to you? That means those are energy vampires, and you need not waste your energy in that sense. If it's a virtual world, even in that world, you've got to be careful about who are you subscribing to, where are you commenting at, because you cannot just be a giver and the external creator just be a leech, just be a taker. Know that you are the one that gives others the power. If you do not listen to them, if you do not watch what they're doing, they've got no popularity. Their creation has no existence in your world. And you might feel very lonely and void because the entire world works like this. Even the so called creators and so called gurus, you will see that they're only going to interact with you as long as you buy their course or as long as you clap for them. But when it comes to you, there's nobody that claps for you, there's nobody that truly vibes along with you. So why would you in turn want to spend your energy on something that doesn't give you back any return? So just be yourself, and don't engage into acts and endeavors which is worthless. And after a while you will feel, why did I do that? And after a while you will revert and undo the work that you did because you saw that there was no meaning, there was no significance to it. Undo that then. Just do the right thing and don't beat yourself up because why I didn't do the right thing the first time. Maybe you did a right thing and then you did two, three wrong steps. Now your job is to undo that. Then just undo that. Whatever you do, just stay honest to your soul. Just stay honest to where you wanted to go. You went there. Now that might bring you a profit, that might bring you loss, that might bring you failures. But just have the courage to follow your soul. And don't be afraid. Don't have the fear. Fear would only make you freeze for no reason. And that's what the evil demonic energy vampires want you. They want you confused. They want you weak and undecisive. So just be yourself and take your power. And sometimes you might feel like you're taking it like a war zone. But there are times when you need to act like an independent entity in a world where you're surrounded with and you need to defend yourself. Then in that situation, you've got to act like that. And then there would be other times wherein you are seeing more from a collective conscious how we are all one and how their presence, your gangstalkers or your enemies or your haters, their presence is trying to teach you something, to learn to focus more on what is more important and not give away your energy to useless conversation. Then maybe that is what you need to do at that time, to focus on the lesson. And it's not about that you are superior, that's why I'm teaching you. No, it's just my experience. And everybody born on the planet owes some responsibility of their presence. You've got to give something back. This is my giving back to the world. My truth, my existence. This is who I am. And I feel proud about that. For the fact that I have the courage to to speak my truth. That's beauty for me. And I feel divine, God is like in my truth, in my beauty. Because truth is beauty and beauty is truth. And the world outside is going to lie about that by making fake ass stuffs and products and trying to make you look like, did you just say beauty? Here comes the cosmetics. Did you say beauty? Here comes the clothing. Did you say beauty? Here comes all the fancy, glossy, shiny stuffs. Or the torn jeans or torn clothes or minimalist clothing, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Do what seems right for you. And have the courage to say what you need to say. Have the courage to be who you need to be. Sometimes you don't want to speak. You just want to be as who you are. And that is the supreme most highest state of being. That's what Ramana Maharishi said in his book. In his book, Who Am I? Nanyar. He said clearly, just be who you are. Because gradually, whatever pluses the people do on themselves, whatever amendments, changes they do to themselves to be acceptable by the society, everybody comes with this harsh reality, and reality hits everyone, slaps them on the face, wherein nobody feels ever at home in this world because you're not of this world. You're in this world, but you're not of this world. These are two completely different things. Now, the society teaches you how to live and how you have to interact with the rest of the world, but you're not of the world. So there's nothing that they can take away from you because what is truly important, who you truly are, nobody can take that away from you. So just be you and be about it. Stay original, stay authentic. That's all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love. Namaste. Namaskaram. Bye.